get started with the opening statement from Coach.
I'm coming. Well, I'm rarely at a loss for words, but I am right now. It's a dream come true. It's such an elusive, difficult thing to accomplish, and in a funny way, this morning I told the team, I said, I'm sad this is our last match in terms of us as a group. We lose a couple seniors, and it's part of the job, but it's been an extraordinary group, and the two young women to my left, they work so hard on their conditioning, on their games. They study hard. Marie has a job in Nashville as an engineer. She graduated with a degree in engineering, and she'll be just a few blocks away, and I'm thrilled that she'll still be with us. So the great thing in this job is the relationships you form with just incredible young people, and I'm just privileged to be with them and drive them around in a van.
James Hill from NCAA.com for the two young ladies. First of all, Astra, I want to ask about the future of the Vanderbilt team, since you're a redshirt freshman from Perth, Australia, I remember. And Marie, tell me about the past, how that will help them grow for the future. Either one of you first. Astra, why don't you start, please?
Okay, yeah, well, I think the future is just there's so many opportunities for us. We keep a lot of players on and we add a few recruits, but I just think the work ethic and discipline of this team is amazing, and we know now what it takes to win a national championship, and we've been in this position now, and yeah, I just think next year will be as good, hopefully, and if we just keep up what we've been doing, I just want to say thanks to Coach and Leaks for everything they've done, Carrie as well, because we couldn't have done it without them. Catherine, thank you for being there. It's just been an unbelievable journey, and yeah, this team can go so far next year as well. Sorry to lose Marie and Ash, but we keep a lot of players on, and they'll know what to do. So.
And I got what I asked, but something along about how it developed, how the foundation for the future. That's a good engineering question. Go ahead.
Yes, I think we know that we can do it now, and we know what it takes. We have a lot of other going into senior players, and I hope that young players see Vanderbilt as a great institution to go to. That it's a phenomenal institution. I would debate that it's the greatest institution in the country just because of location, athletics, academics. I think the combination is just wonderful, and I hope that young people take into account and know that we can build a phenomenal program there.
Skyler Dixon with the Associated Press. Marie, you got pretty close to closing it out within a couple of points and then ended up in a third set. Can you describe the emotion of just kind of resetting for that third set when you did get so close?
Mm-hmm. I did have the oh no moment, we could have had it now, but I knew that we were still in it and that Astra was fighting and that I was going to fight. It's like I'm here for the long haul, and going into the third, I knew that I had to battle, and that's what I was up for.
Astra, how about from your point of view, as it kind of the focus kind of shifted to you, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, so we split sets, and I did look over. I know you're not meant to, but I did, and I was for a while just tracking and really disappointed that Marie went down. But I just really had to regroup and think like, okay, we're both in thirds. It's very manageable, and it took a lot of discipline, I think, because definitely like both players were tracking the scores, and I think really what I had to do was just let it go, focus on my match and not think about too much about Marie, and just that's where the trust comes in, because I really had the utmost faith that Marie was going to do her best in the third, and I just thought regrouped and said, okay, just play a set, play one set at a time, and play 1 point at a time, sorry, and yeah, that's what I did, and it came through, so yeah.
What about having a couple of championship points before you did close it out? What was that like?
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of noise from the crowd there, predominantly UCLA people, and it was very nerve-wracking to have like that feeling of the entire like championship on my shoulders. But was like, I just really had to regroup and just think of it, reframe the pressure, and just be like, you know, she's as nervous as I am, and it's no big deal. It's just, I've played so many points in my life. This is just another one. Worst that could happen is we go back to deuce. So, just really had to be disciplined with my thought, and as Coach always puts it, crush any thought of victory, which I thought was a key in the third point, which I sealed. So, yeah.
Jeff, how about for you, as all that drama was playing out? What was it like?
You know, I just kept trying to take deep breaths and try to keep really calm and positive in my body language, and I kept trying to stay there with Marie, even though I would look over and watch Astra play a point. I wanted to make sure I didn't get wrapped up too much in Astra's match, that I've stayed. Marie was in such a battle. And your point about her being a couple points away, I don't think McPhillips missed a ball for several minutes. She made no unforced errors and was flawless. I give her a ton of credit. I thought it was a really high-level match between Marie and Kyle McPhillips. We've been through so many close matches this year. As I said last night, we played the toughest schedule in the country, and I just kept saying to myself, I love these kids. I love the way they're competing and focused on that and not winning and losing. And, you know, I did a few superstitious things, but anyway.
Jeff Collette,
Hey, Colette.
tennis.com. There was a point when the way that the match on court 3 ended, where emotionally there were, you know, that could have been very difficult. How did you kind of keep everybody, you know, on point and not from erupting? I know the crowd was angry and.
You know, I felt so badly for Frances. We joke that she plays out balls all the time, and it was someone on the, you know, it's a close call. I'm not going to talk about what the official did. She did a really good job of not making a huge scene on the court, even though I think she was pretty emotional, and she kind of got herself out of view and went inside and dealt with it. And then I just, Marie, these young people are so tough. They know how to regroup really well. They've done it all year.
And I have to ask you about Astra, what she's done in the last 3 matches. There aren't too many freshmen that have ever done that, I don't think, in this kind of a
No,
setting.
it's extraordinary, and she's so deserving of the MVP of the tournament. She's been, both of these young women, but just speaking of Astra, her improvement this year is the most striking improvement I've seen in a player in my life. And it's partly its work ethic. She was taught very good technique young. She's an extraordinary athlete, but her heart and her soul and her mind are really good. And she's matured a lot this year. And what I have enjoyed in working with her is she's a sponge. We talk about tennis at a really high level. We're honest with each other. I can tell her stuff she's doing wrong, and it's not personal. It works really, really well. And same thing with Marie.
Thanks, Coach.
And maybe one more about not just winning the national championship, which would be great in any circumstances, but beating the defending champion, UCLA.
You know, that's a great point, Colette. I mean, if you think about that team, the seniors on that team have been to 4 straight Final Fours. We were in new water for us, and there was no panic or nerves. I mean, there were nerves, of course, there are in a tennis match. But I just have to say, hats off to my team for handling an incredibly large moment with class, guts, and great spirit. It was just beautiful to be a part of.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.